Wholeness family. We're going to talk about where can I create more space? All right. So for those of you who may have a pretty tight schedule and you're wondering, hey, how can I create more space? We're going to give you some, some reassurance on that. All right. Now, instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time to just be. It is very important that when you have your schedule for the day, that you take time to look at your schedule, all right? Because this is all about getting your life back in order, getting yourself back on track, all right? If you feel like you're not happy with your life, like if you're someone who have all these responsibilities and you feel like you do all these things to take care of all your responsibilities, but then you leave yourself on a back burner, that is never the way that life is supposed to be at all. You come first. So therefore, you want to make sure that what you're doing and creating in your life is something that's going to allow you to have space to make sure that you're doing what you want to do each day. Like you could actually write it out. How do you want your 7 days to look? Because I'm telling you, the way that you've been manipulated to think that you had to work a 5 to 6, 7 week schedule to be able to live, that is never the way. You can actually turn your work week into just working 3 days and having 4 days to do whatever it is that you want to do. You have the ability to do that because you are the creator of your life. So you want to at least, if it's not maybe 5 minutes to an hour of being able to have time to yourself, whether it's your wind down, whether it's spending time with yourself when you wake up, maybe set an alarm clock to get up 30 minutes earlier to maybe meditate or to light a candle or to do something, set intentions just to be with yourself before you get into your day. And then take time throughout the day to take breaks. Give yourself breaks so that you can really sit with yourself and nurture and love yourself. And make sure you schedule times for self-love. I do this with my children. They do their chores and then they also have their self-love days. It is so important to incorporate self-love each day for yourself because that also will help you to attract better, all right? So do a clutter detox of your schedule, home, and innermost self. Make space and clarity will come. So again, it is just, if you are someone say, oh, I just got way too many responsibilities and things like that, I don't have no time to make space for myself, then you're just going to have to let some of those things on your list go. Because what good are you to anybody if you're not taking care of yourself? Like there is absolutely nothing you'll be able to do if you're giving people just half of you instead of the whole you. Because everybody deserves infinite love, infinite respect, infinite attention, and all of that. Balanced, right? So what tends to happen is if you're someone who has this busy schedule and I gotta go here and I don't have time for this and I gotta squeeze this in and do all these other things, and half the time you're doing things that you don't even really want to do. You don't even want to go to those places. You don't want to be with those people or anything of that nature. You feel like you got to put a face on or to show up for people that don't even matter. And that is when you become inauthentic. It is very important for you to be your authentic self. So the first thing on your list should be become self-aware. I come first. That's the first on your list. What do I really want to do? Not what people telling you to do or how to be or what you should do. No. So there's some things that you may want to take off of that list, especially if it's not a true soul yes. Like, do this get you excited and pumped to do this? Or do you feel like you have to do this out of obligations? Because that's something that needs to get taken off of the list. A lot of people is over here working at these corporations and your ancestors was the ones that built it and it's yours. It's your building, it's your company and you working for it. None of that makes any sense. So it's really time to sit down and really assess what it is that you're doing. And I had saw a video too, which makes sense too. It was showing how, people, if they make like 3,500 in a month, and then after all the bills, they left with like $200. How is that living? And then you don't really have time for yourself. None of that makes sense. That formula is incorrect. So really take time to look at your schedule. And if you don't love it, and if it's not necessary, get rid of it and schedule some time for you. But it is very important, whether you have to go sleep a little bit later or if you have to wake up a little bit earlier, to make sure you get some time in for you, because then that will set the pace. That is how you'll be able to think and have time for yourself and to be alone. You don't have to answer everybody's phone call. You could put your phone on do not disturb and just allow yourself to just get to people and whatever whenever you can. And it's only if you want to. No is a complete